Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It's brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. In it together and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, presenting Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Services. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their lives. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. And Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID, brought to you by SCDHEC. In it together, the Diabetes Advisory Council, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.
Hey there, happy Thursday, and welcome to Coping with Tre Tailor. I'm Tre Tailor, and today we're coping with teachers and educators. We'll talk to the group from RESTE, who are hosting an event for those in the school system. Veronica Primus, Regina Williams, Hal Price, and Ida Williams-Thompson join us with all the details. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here.
All right. Also, it's Girl Scout cookie time, and we'll check out the new addition to the tasty treats and talk to CEO Lora Tucker about Girl Scouts. Love, love, love the background, Laura. Thank you for joining us again this year.
Oh, you're so welcome, Tre. It's so great to see you and your smiling face.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to talk with Laura. Eat a cookie, just one. And talk with the folks from RESTE coming up next. But first, your COVID community updates. Governor Henry McMaster officially filed for re-election yesterday, kicking off the 2-week filing period and making history during this time. The first African-American female to ever file for the top job in South Carolina, Mia McLeod, also filed to run against Governor McMaster. Now, Joe Cunningham, who expressed interest in the position late last year, has yet to file. SCDHEC has your most up-to-date list of times, dates, and location for COVID testing in and around South Carolina. Visit scdheck.gov for more information. Now, throughout the show, you will see a scroll at the bottom of the screen. There you will find updated information for testing and vaccination sites throughout the state. You will also find about retail locations like Walgreens and CVS, also veterans information from the VA. Also, the Comet Bus system is offering COVID testing. Now, you'll also find information on how to find out how to make your COVID appointment or vaccination if you are having some technology challenges, online registration. We also have, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, financial resources, including the FEMA funeral reimbursement information, SC Bar Association, SC Housing and Dominion Energy. All of these financial programs that are going on throughout the state to help you if you need help with your mortgage, your rent, or even some of your bills. Also, a couple of hiring events will be scrolling at the bottom of the screen. The City of Columbia has a hiring event every Wednesday from 9 until 11 in Columbia. And also, I told you yesterday, Spectrum is hiring 350 full-time workers. All of that information and more will be scrolling at the bottom of the screen throughout the show. So please, not only check it out, hit like and share and post this information out so we can get the message to the masses. Now, Diabetes Alert Day is next week. We told you about this yesterday. And we are hosting 2 special cooking events. Tuesday at noon, join us for a live demo from Top Chef Tiffany Derry. She's going to be live from her Texas restaurant. And then Wednesday, Chef Judy Etheridge will discuss healthy spices and infused water. That's next week, next Tuesday and Wednesday for Diabetes Alert Day right here on Coping with COVID. Now, you are watching Coping with Tre Tailor, please go to the home of Coping with Tre Tailor. It's on Facebook, the Facebook page. The Tailor Made Production page is the home of Coping with Tre Tailor. Please go over there, hit like and share and follow. Not only will you be able to get notifications as to when we go live, which is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll also get all of your COVID-related updates. We're also streaming live on the YouTube channel. Please go over there and hit the subscribe button. There you can also see past episodes of Coping with COVID, which airs on Wednesday, and then Coping with Tre Tailor, which airs on Thursday and Friday. We also have a presence on Instagram and also on Twitter. Now, today we are coping with something probably the polar opposite of Diabetes Alert Day. It is Girl Scout cookie time. I've got the brand new cookie right here. Lora Tucker is with us. Lora, thank you so much for joining us today again to talk about Girl Scouts.
Thank you, Tre. Thanks for having us. And I'm so glad that you get the chance to try the brand new cookie, the Adventurefuls.
I am excited. I'm excited. Last year, I tried the new one, which is, I think it was the Toast Yay, which is behind me, which someone from South Carolina helped to invent that. Today, we're going to eat a little bit of this. But before we get into the conversation, we want to share one of your videos.
Oh, awesome.
All right. Girl Scouts, always a good time. Girl Scouts and brownies. And of course, we know that, I mean, look, it says it right here on the box. The Girl Scout cookie program helps with goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, business ethics. And of course, this is the most wonderful time of the year, I guess, for you guys because of the cookie sales. How has COVID impacted sales, Lora?
Tre, this has been an incredible cookie season, and it's the same way across the United States. Due to COVID, our bakers have really struggled. They have had challenges in their bakeries with employees. They've had challenges with truck drivers and distribution, and they've had challenges with ingredients like peanut butter. So it's been a really tough cookie season. But I got to tell you, our girls are knocking it out of the park. They have set their goals high, and they're making it happen. I'm so proud of them. We did, based on their guidance, they wanted to extend cookie season for an additional 2 weeks.
Oh, cool.
So this coming weekend will be the last booth sales for our girls. So get out there and help our girls reach their goals. I've had the opportunity to get out and visit girls, and they want to do incredible things with their cookie dough. Everything from going to space camp to going to our camps. They also learn about philanthropy. Every single troop is giving some of their cookie money away to other organizations like the animal shelters, the Humane Society, kids with cancer. And I'm just so proud of them that they, one troop is helping take garbage out of the ocean, so it's just, they're amazing. These girls are just amazing. And I'm just so proud of them.
Yeah. Give us the information about Girl Scouts. When do you start with Girl Scouts, and then when do you start with brownies?
Yes. So girls can join Girl Scouts from kindergarten all the way through being a senior ambassador in high school. So it's so much more than a program, though, Tre. Girl Scouts becomes part of the girls' DNA. It's really about who they are becoming as young women that are going to be powerful women in their own right, that are making a difference in our communities today through the Bronze, Silver, and Gold Awards, where they learn how to identify community needs, they make action plans, and then they go and do it. So really that, it broadens their lens from ego, right, to larger. So they want to make a difference in the world. And that's what's one of the things I absolutely love about Girl Scouting is watching our girls grow into these incredibly powerful young women that then will go on and make a difference in our community, the state, and the world.
Yeah, Lora Tucker joins us. It's Girl Scout Cookie Time, and we're talking to the CEO of Girl Scouts today about this time. So you said this is the last weekend for booth sales, but can you still order after this weekend?
Yeah, we haven't put the information out there yet, but we're also, you can continue to order online for a little while. You can order also too, we're going to be setting up kind of a last chance the next weekend to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to get their, the Girl Scout cookies for their freezers.
Right.
Yeah, we have an incredible community that loves Girl Scouts and loves our Girl Scout cookies. And, it's only sold, a few weeks out of the year, and then they got to wait for the next year. So there'll be one more last chance sale as well the week after our girls finish up their booths this weekend.
So tell me how you guys decide to retire a cookie and then start a new cookie. Because I've got to tell you, I am sad about thank yous. I'm very sad about thank yous.
I know. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was a great cookie, very simple, shortbread and then chocolate. Plus, I use them. I think I told you this before for thank you gifts. The 4 or 5 different ways to say thank you. I would put them in a nice little basket and give them out for thank you gifts because it says
we loved them as well. And actually, one thing that Girl Scouts did with them is that's what they used to make s'mores. So, you heat up the marshmallows and then you turn those 2 cookies. So the chocolate's in the middle and that chocolate melts and oh my gosh. But, that's a baker decision in reference to what's selling. And actually it was not a top seller, which is hard to believe because we loved them so much.
Yeah.
But the new Adventurefuls have been a very good seller. For the girls this cookie season. It's a brownie inspired cookie tray with a caramel center with a hint of sea salt.
Woo! Yeah.
And
I'm opening up mine now.
All right.
Here they go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Taste it and you're right. When you take a look at the cookie, the cookie program is an entrepreneur program for our girls that they learn how to run their own business. And you're right. They learn about money management, business ethics, goal setting, decision making, people skills. So, and it's so much fun to watch them grow in the program. Okay, here we go.
All right, so cheers.
Cheers. You're breaking your sugar fast.
Oh, that's good. That is a good cookie.
It is a good cookie. Can you taste the hint of sea salt?
I can taste the hint of sea salt, and you know what? It gives it. I mean, I like the sweet savory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The salt and the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So people can get these. They call it Adventurefuls.
Mm-hmm. And they were short on. They were actually short for a while. So there were some councils that couldn't even get them. So we've been very lucky that we've had all the cookies. We did run short of our peanut butter patties because of a shortage of peanut butter, but the rest of the cookies are there. So get your favorites.
Well, the s'mores? Samoas. The Samoas were one of always the coconut and the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
That was always one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah. When you take a look at the top sellers, you got your Thin Mints, your Samoa or Caramel Delight, depending on what baker you use. You've got the peanut butter patties and the peanut butter sandwiches and the shortbread. Mm-hmm. The shortbread is also a favorite of folks. So actually get out there and support your girls and try to find, you'll find them at, places like Walmart and Sam's and, in front of, actually download the Cookie Finder app which is, and then you just put in your zip code and it'll take you right to the closest cookie booth next to you.
Awesome. Mitchell Peace Joy Jen says when she was a Girl Scout, cookies were 50 cents a box. Wow.
I know. Can you believe that? So cookies are $5 a box. And if you buy the gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, they're $6 a box, and they're actually very good as well. Yeah. So, but also too, you have to remember, I mean, that's the cookie program is like a stepping stone for the girls, and that they get to set their goals for everything they want to do in Girl Scouting, and if when they reach their goals, that allows them to do all the things that they want to do in Girl Scouting for the year, whether it's go to camp. Some of those folks, they'll travel. They've got trips set up to like New York and Washington, D.C., and go to Savannah to see where our founder started Girl Scouts. So it just allows them to really experience, their all their Girl Scout dreams.
Yeah. Danielle Lake says, nothing like those Samoas. Heaven. I know, girl. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Those the chocolate and coconut. Yeah. But again, I will be buying mine, freezing mine, and I do freeze mine. And then, I'm telling you, the thing about fasting from chocolate or from sweets, which I do during this time of year, once you get it in your system, it's even harder. So this is going to be even harder, the fact that I put it in my system.
Yep.
I'm doing it for the cookies, for the girls.
That's right. You're doing it for the girls. Also, there's a relationship this cookie season with DoorDash. So you can order cookies through DoorDash, and DoorDash has a coupon where if you order, I believe it's a 5-pack, you get your 6-pack free or cool. Something like that. But DoorDash has worked with the Girl Scouts, and they've been a good partner this year.
Awesome. So what better, you can go to the booth sales this weekend. You can go online. You can DoorDash you some cookies. Buy 5, get 1 free. You have no reason not to be able to get your Girl Scout cookies.
You're so right.
Lora, thank you so much for joining us today on Coping. We appreciate you. Good luck. God bless. And keep those cookies coming, girl.
Absolutely. Trey, I do also want to mention that the registration's open for summer camp.
Okay.
For girls, and there's opportunities. We've got opportunities at the Kathy Novinger Girl Scout Leadership Center. There's a free program for girls to come and spend the night. It's called Camp CEO, and there's going to be all these wonderful women there that are going to be mentoring girls, and then the girls will have an opportunity to shadow them for 2 hours at their job. So so it's like I said, it's a free program. Please, sign up. It's April 15th and 16th, and it's girls 8th through 12th grade can sign up for Camp CEO, and it's free. And we also are having a day camp at the Kathy Novinger Girl Scout Leadership Center, and people can sign up. You don't have to be a Girl Scout to sign up for one day or all 5 the week of April the 12th. So that's a spring break camp.
Yeah.
But we've got beautiful camps, and we need to get our girls outside because they've been they've been in front of technology way too long.
Is the day camp, Laura, for the same age group?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. For the same age groups. And we have 3 beautiful camps in our council. We have Camp Wayback in Marietta. That's our resident camp, our overnight camp. We have Camp Mary Elizabeth in Spartanburg. And then we've got that beautiful leadership center that you've got to come tour.
Yes. We've been talking about it. We got to do it. Definitely. Since people are getting out now, I'm still going to wear my mask, but whatever.
Absolutely. You just be safe.
All right. Put Laura's information back up. If people want more information, again, about the camps, people can contact, they can go to the website, right, Laura, or email or email you.
Trey, thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you, girl. Lora Tucker, CEO of the Girl Scouts. Again, don't forget about the camps she just mentioned for your girls, overnight camps and day camps in April. And of course, you got to get your cookies. These are good. They were good. The little chocolate and the salt was very good. Very good. Hey, today we are also coping with helping our teachers and educators get the support they need. Why not buy your favorite teacher some Girl Scout cookies. Well, the folks with RESTE are going to do so much more than that. They're going to join us next to talk about an event for teachers and educators in South Carolina. We're going to talk with them next on Coping with Tre Tailor.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Aiken-Cochran. As Miss America, I know that taking care of yourself is important. Part of taking care of your health is knowing if you're at risk of type 2 diabetes. Prediabetes is serious and puts you at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. 90% of South Carolinians who have it don't know they have it. Visit inittogethersc.org. Take an online test to find out your risk and join a diabetes prevention program. Brought to you by the Diabetes Action Council of South Carolina.
Computers, they're a part of our everyday life, but when they're not working, they're an everyday problem. So call Computers Unique, your everyday solution. 803-351-5821. Is your computer running slow, won't turn on? Do you need a screen replaced? Or maybe you just need another computer? Well, Computers Unique is your one-stop shop for all your computer needs. They have a wide variety of new and pre-owned PCs, Macs, and tablets. So call Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall. 803-351-5821. 803-351-5821. When
it's time for you, I have all anything, money, finances, access to. That's what will save you money. James Tax Service, only tax driver. James Tax Service, look up, come see to you. James Tax Service, handling your money out of hours. James Tax Service.
Visit Davis Tax Service today, 803-419-1001.
The Comet gives me a reliable source of transportation.
It's very convenient to me, and they have wonderful drivers.
It's clean, and it builds community. It's fun to meet people.
It makes me feel like really independent. It's just fun.
It's always going to be there, and it gets me everywhere I need to go.
We try to ride every single day. Comedy is our livelihood.
Hey there, thank you so much for joining us again for Coping with Tre Tailor. We are streaming live on the Tailor Made Production page on Facebook. Please go over there, hit like and share and follow. Get notifications as to when we go live on Wellness Wednesday, then Thursday and Friday, and also get all of your COVID-related updates. We're also streaming live on YouTube. Please go over there and hit the subscribe button. There you can find past episodes of Coping with COVID and Coping with Tre Tailor. Please check us out also on Instagram and also on Twitter. Let me just tell you something. I can still smell these daggone cookies. They smell so good. I'm going to put them over here somewhere before I get... Whoa. Anyway, listen. Today, we are coping with helping our teachers and educators get the support they need. Veronica Promise joins us along with Regina Williams, Hal Price, and Ida Williams-Thompson. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. You want to come get some of these cookies? We need to be in studio together so y'all can eat them. Oh, look at him!
I had to go get my Thin Mints out. I got hungry. Good subliminal advertising. Good job, Laura.
So listen, you guys are putting on an event, but you've been putting on events, right, Ms. Primus, for teachers and educators. Tell us about this effort.
Yes, Trey. Thank you once again for having us. We started back in 2017.
Oh, wow.
Providing for teachers with some partners, and it's always been a community collaborative. As an educator, just recently retired after 48 years, I know what it's like to be in the classroom.
Yeah.
And the pandemic highlighted and exacerbated all of the challenges.
Yeah.
So having free time to go back and help others, I talked to a lot of my partners in the community. Some of them are represented here today. And we decided, let's do something. We don't have to wait for the government and organization. We could come together and pool our resources and do this.
Right. So tell me about some of the events that you all have been hosting. Anyone could answer that question.
Well, just the first one was done, like I said, in 2017 with Auntie Karen. She actually hosted us at her facility downtown. And it was like a spa. We always wanted to be like a retreat. And that was the whole concept. I think Ada has been doing some stuff, Regina, and Hal. Hal has been a partner from the very beginning.
So Regina, tell me, I mean, you're such a big community activist. You are out and about in the community. It seems like whatever's going on, you're in the mix. Why did you feel like this was something you needed to do also?
Well, Trey, I retired after 30 years, and I retired 2 years ago. That was at the very beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
And even towards the last part of my career, Veronica and I were in the same cluster as reading coaches. And sometimes I would be so stressed. Veronica has such a calming sense about herself. And I would just come in and I'd sit next to her. And it seemed as if she would just was just such a calming force.
Right.
I'd look around and I'd see the stress on all of these folks' faces.
Yeah.
So once I got out, there are certain things that you can and you cannot say and do when you are within the system. I was so happy to be able to help our colleagues who are still there without fear of being moved to another school 20 miles away.
Right. Wow.
Or something like that.
Well, that's just, I think you're on mute. That's just a whole nother conversation for another day. Why you would be shut down, so to speak, for helping your fellow educators. But Hal, I'll go to you as a former educator, as many of the panelists are. What are some of the things that educators are experiencing now, particularly in the midst of COVID? Because I can't say post-COVID because we're still in it.
Well, I'm not a former educator. I'm just I'm a children's author, and Veronica and I met 4 years ago to bring a story in to teach kids how to listen to their own hearts. And we started 2 years ago a thing called Teacherhood, which was to go back in and show teachers how to listen to their own hearts and to how to really calm themselves. So that really inspired us to spin back off and now into RESTE, which has been wonderful. But we're going to work with the teachers at this conference to give them some tips and advice and support on ways that they can just get centered again, remember how special they are, remember their gift, and be grateful for the opportunity. And they're going through so much. And Veronica and I work in the classrooms right now, and it's so tough to see these kids behind these big plexiglass walls, and then with their mask on, and they come up and ask you questions. And I just know bless everybody that's having to go through this, but we want to give them some tools and practices to help them deal with all this.
Right. We're talking to Hal Price, Regina Williams, Veronica Primus, and Ida Williams Thompson about an event that they've got coming up, RESTE, which is helping teachers and educators. Ms. Thompson, I want to go to you and ask, how are schools addressing the stress and strain and even lack of staff?
It's an important question, and I appreciate the opportunity to work with Veronica and the rest of the team. I'm currently serving as president of the Retired Educators in Richland County. And, as it has been said, so much is being asked of our teachers these days. They've got so many new challenges that some of us didn't face when we were in the classroom and when we were in our other positions within districts. But teachers are having to cope with all of the changes, certainly around COVID. They're stressed because they've got to keep themselves safe. At the same time, they've got to take care of their students that they love and cherish. They're in this profession because they love it. Then, of course, we have mixed messages coming from our legislative group, from our educational leaders at different levels about, what we can teach, what we can't teach. And it really, really is causing a very stressful environment for our teachers who love their job and are dedicated to doing the best that they can do. From the perspective of the retired educators, this is of great concern to us because one of the primary goals of our organization is to attract teachers, quality teachers into the profession through our scholarship program. We want our students to have the very best when they walk in the classrooms. And when we see the environment that is currently existing, it does present a challenge. And that is why we're excited to be a part of this initiative, so that we have to make our teachers the priority. Everybody working in any job, in any career, in any profession is there because of educators.
Right.
And we have to elevate the status of teachers in this state. They're wonderful colleagues, wonderful professionals, and we have to treat them as such.
Right. That's Ida Mae Thompson, and we are talking about an event that they've got coming up that is going to really help support teachers and educators. We've got a question. Mitchell Peace Joy Jen wants to know what advice would you give to a new teacher? Anyone can answer that.
Well, definitely a new teacher coming in. I'm hoping that they come in with personal development skills. As a classroom teacher, I've taught every level from preschool through high school and college. And the work has to be done on themselves, to be strong of character, to understand that you're giving. A teacher gives 24/7. And you don't always get back what you give. So being secure in yourself, being happy with yourself, understanding that your personal life has to be put aside when you enter the classroom. Don't bring the anger and the whatever negative feelings you have. But those little children, they want everything you have to give, and they deserve it.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. Teachers, yes, we are held at a higher level. We should be. But of course, culturally, we're not. And that's what we hope to change. But personally, we need to understand that we are held at a higher level. Everything we do, children watch.
Yeah.
So being personally developed, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, to focus on the personal development of teachers.
Thank you so much, Mitchell. Thank you so much for your question. We are talking with Veronica Primus, Regina Williams, Hal Price, and Ida Williams Thompson. They are part of an organization, RESTE, that is doing a great event for teachers and educators. Tell us about the event, the who, what, where, when, and why.
Okay.
Well, the event is occurring. The event will happen next Saturday, the 26th of March, at Bethel AME Church. And let me see, you said the where, the when.
At Bethel.
We are.
Who is this for? This is for teachers and educators to come. What will they be able to do there? What kind of services will be offered?
Well, that's in our REST circle, so somebody else can talk about the circle.
Okay. It stands for Restorative and Energizing Support for Teachers. We start out with a rousing song by Regina Skeeters, a local recording artist. And she is an educator. Everyone involved with the program has been in education or is in education. And so then we have presenters. For example, Hal Price is going to do something about finding your heart, and he could talk a little bit more about that. We have Reverend Hugh Harmon, who do motivational talk. He's an educator and a local podcaster as well, and a pastor. We have our counselors, Counselor Ronnie Duncan, who's coming from established agencies. Everyone is certified in what they do. We have Proper Kickback, who is not only bring great food, but he's coordinated massage therapists.
Oh,
because we want to give teachers, look, massage therapy feels good. You can try this as stress relief. We have an esthetician to do facial if you want that. We have a yoga practitioner, Charmaine Primus, who will take you through yoga moves. She calls it restorative moves. We have wellness tips, meditation guidance. So organizations that represent local health agencies. The National Alliance for Mental Illness will be there with for our paperwork. We have partnership with DHEC, with the SCEA, Anti-Caring Foundation. So we've partnered with organizations that will bring information and tools. Then we're going to end with a young educator. She's also a performer, Tanae Amani. She comes from Savannah. So we want to bring together teachers from all over, not just in Columbia. So we have the live component and we have the virtual. So this will be live streamed so that those who cannot come in person, there is a live stream. And in person, we all following COVID-19 protocols. So masks are required and the participants will be spaced out.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Veronica Primus. So people can come live, as you said, next Saturday. And then how can people participate virtually?
There is a registration if they go to the Facebook page or our website. I think I have that listed on one of the charts. The Facebook page at Circle of Rest. The website, well, you have my email address up there. But the website also that you can sign up. On Facebook, it's easier to do the JOT form. We need you to register because we have to cap the attendance at 100 for the facility. And we need to get a count of how many meals to prepare. And then live, it's, as many as can, virtual as many as can be. Eventbrite, it's on Eventbrite also.
All right. So, Miss Williams, Miss Thompson, will this be ongoing? Will you all continue to provide services, resources, and events such as this for teachers and educators?
I think this is a great start. And because we represent different interests in our community, we've come together for this one. And certainly we're looking forward to doing additional things in our community to support our teachers. The question that the gentleman asked, I wanted to say mentorship is something that we really put a high priority on with our retired educators because teachers need that support. And this is an opportunity for us to launch out and do this. Not that others may not be concerned about our teachers, but as retirees, we certainly value this opportunity. We want to keep these teachers in the classroom and we want them to be well and feel good about who they are and the work that they're doing. So this is a launching pad, both for this organization and for our individual organizations that we can continue to support our teachers in creative ways.
I want to ask each of you before we go, what can the public do to help? What can the public do to not only help you all as advocates for teachers and educators, as community advocates that are putting together events for teachers and educators, but also what can the public do for teachers and educators? Hal, I want to go to you first because you are using your resources. So what can the public do?
I think there's so many gifts, especially those of us who have retired, and that really that's what took me back in. I'm like, I want to bring my gift of being able to connect with my heart and to find out, what can I do to help kids and teachers find out who they are, why they're here, what their purpose is, what their legacy may be, and to just bring your gifts in, volunteer to bring your gifts into the schools. From my standpoint, I think it's a very, very big thing that we can do.
Regina, what can the public do?
I think one of the most important things that the public can do is to encourage their children to respect the educational system. Send the children to school excited to learn. Let them know, the teachers are there because they love you. And because the child doesn't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So if that is shown at home and emphasized at home, then when the children get to school, they will expect that, and the teachers will enjoy what they're doing more when they have a receptive audience.
Yeah. And Miss Ida Williams Thompson, what can the public do? What do you think? What do you need from the public?
Well, I certainly echo what has been said. And one of the other things I would urge our community to do is to be those voices when there are opportunities that impact legislation and policies. Be there, go to these events, let your voices be heard, speak up and support teachers, whether it's at your local school board meetings or is at the State House. Be that advocate for our teachers and for our children, and just see these teachers as great gifts. Send them a positive note. If you can't get into the classroom to volunteer, send them a little note every now and again. Be there at the school just to say hello. All those things really help to bolster their how they feel about themselves, their self-esteem, and the great work that they're doing. But your voices are really very important, and we can engage our community to speak up on issues that impact education. It will be a great, great help for our teachers.
Ms. Promise, we're going to end the same way we started with you. As someone who is spearheading with all these other amazing community advocates, activists, what do you need? What do you need for you and to help support your efforts that are helping other people?
Well, thank you. Yes, right now we need the teachers to apply, not just teachers, remember, preschool workers, instructional assistants, bus drivers, all educators, and that's what it stands for, teachers and other educators. Everyone who works with children, young people, we're under stress because of the pandemic. Teachers are leaving the classroom, and this impacts the community. This is my concern. I have worked in several communities, several schools in Richland County, other states, Georgia, New York, even the Caribbean. And I know that teachers make a difference. Good schools cannot be a good school without a good teacher.
Right.
And yet we have them walking away because they feel like nobody really cares. I just hope the public understands what was happening during the pandemic. Teachers had to do dual modality. They had to teach with a cell phone in front of them and children in the classroom.
Yeah.
That would drive me crazy. I chose to leave. Thank God I was able to retire.
Yes.
But there are those who could not. They have families.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. When they were doing e-learning days, those teachers had their own children in most cases that they had to monitor in addition to the children in the computer. So parents, business people, show your support. Call the local school. Offer to partner with them. Sometimes a lunch, catered lunch will help. We're going to be looking for funding to do, as Ada said, we want to do mentoring. We're going to do follow-up, and we'll talk about what to do after. But we need another thing. We want the educators to not feel intimidated, to come forward.
Exactly.
We've talked to administrators, and they're in support. They want the teachers to seek some solace because within the organizations, you can't always get it, but outside of the organization, we can do something. So we're going to circle the wagons. That's what the title comes from. We're going to circle the wagons and protect our people and hopefully strengthen our community.
The event is next Saturday, as Regina said. Go to the Facebook page at Circle of Rest and visit the website Strong the Reeds.
Strong Threads.
Strong Threads. Look, Strong the Reeds.
That chocolate. That chocolate got to you.
Look, I promise I can read.
Uh-oh.
Strong Threads.
Look. That's why I'm not a teacher. That could be Strong the Reeds, though. Anyway, Strong Threads.
Yeah.
strongthreadsinc.org/Circle of Rest. And also, you can see the information on the screen. Visit the Facebook page. If you are an educator, if you know an educator, please post and share this information out. Make sure they know about this amazing event next weekend. And please support all of the organizations that are doing things to help our teachers who are out here helping our children.
Yes,
They are
yes.
helping to educate the next generation. Hal, you wanted to say something?
No, a thought hit me as we were doing that. There's so many professionals that can help teachers who can't afford to go and get help just in the local community. If it's a minister, if it's a massage therapist, whatever it is, to work with the schools to say, here's a gift certificate to come over here. Y'all you have some competition for who needs it the most or whatever it is, but everybody can help because they've all made us who we are and gave us the professions that we have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. Veronica Primus, Regina Williams, Hal Price, Ida Williams Thompson. Thank you guys so much for doing what you're doing. I mean, listen, as former educators, the three of you, y'all could have gone to the house and just said, peace out. I'm
No.
Oh no.
We never take
Just
it to the house.
That's right.
take it to the
Y'all could have sat
refrigerator.
back like Hal and ate Thin Mints all day.
That's right. That's right.
I thought I was the only one who put my cookies in the freezer, so now I've got to go get my
Girl,
last
no.
box.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's listen, we're getting off the topic, but she told me last year when she came on that they are made to be freezed up
Yes.
to a year.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And don't you know, I freeze mine.
So do I.
You can only get them once a year. You got it. You can't eat them all, I guess. Unless you're Al, you can't eat them all. You got to freeze them and take them out every now and then. So yeah, you can freeze your if you learn nothing else today, you can freeze your Girl Scout cookie.
Trey,
Yes.
may I say, I would also like to, as other educators see your program,
Yes.
if they see us, they can talk to us. If it's something that they feel that they need shared and they do not feel comfortable sharing it, if they would talk to us, we all have the ears of various people, and we need them. We need them. We don't want them to feel alienated or anything like that. We want them there and healthy, like our teachers were.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's good, Regina. And I know that's good to know that you have a sounding board, someone that you can trust and that knows what you're going through.
Yes.
And as you said, then can get that information to someone that can really affect some change. So thank you all so much. Regina Williams, Hal Price, Ida Mae Thompson, and Miss Veronica Primus. Again, good luck to you. God bless. Thank you so much for what you're doing. And please know that I am also a resource. If you want or need to promote something, you have an open door here.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you all so much. Don't forget the event is again on next week. Listen, if you have a story or initiative that could help someone cope with COVID, please email booking@copingwithtreitailor. If you have a product or service that could help someone cope with COVID, please email copingwithtreitailor@gmail.com. The information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We would love for you to be a proud sponsor, just like SCDHEC, In It Together SC, and the Diabetes Action Council. They sponsor Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday here on Coping with COVID. Also, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Palmetto Media Connections, the Fifth Circuit Solicitor's Office, Attorney Byron Gibson with No Justice, No Peace every second Thursday. Also, Javis Tax Services, Agape Counseling and Training Services, Black Pages, Black Expo. The Charleston Expo was last weekend. The Columbia Expo is coming up in May. Also, the Comet Bus System, and also Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall. Now, tomorrow, filmmaker Michael Jones joins us with the cast of his new movie, Never Again. We're going to talk with them about the movie process, where we can see it, and all of the behind the scenes great stuff. Also, hey, don't forget, it's Diabetes Alert Day next Tuesday. We've got two big events coming up. We'll be live with Chef Tiffany Journey from Top Chef, 12 noon on Tuesday. You can join us live here. And then Chef Judy Etheridge will join us 2 o'clock on Wellness Wednesday, talking about infused waters and good spices that are good and good for you. That's coming up next week on Coping with COVID and Coping with Tre Tailor. As always, I leave you with a reading. I've been reading this year Conversations with God from Cheryl Mims Williams with Agape Counseling and Training Services. This is a series of scriptures and also some of her journal writings. This one says, "My child," is from the Lord, "I want the best for you, and I want to make sure you can handle the best once you get it. I want to make sure that your focus will always be on me. I know this road seems long and sometimes hard, but this Is my child a sure road? It may take longer to travel, but you will get there. My road is clear and straight. Man, oh man, that's some good stuff right there. Lord wants the best for us, but we've got to do it the right way, in His way. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining us today on Coping with Tre Tailor. Until the next time, I wish you peace, abundant blessings. Take care, stay well, get your vaccination, and don't forget to wear your mask over your nose and under your chin. We'll see you tomorrow.
Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It's brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. In it together, and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, presenting Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Services. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their lives. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. And Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID, brought to you by SCDHEC. In it together, the Diabetes Advisory Council, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.